Yo, what's going on, guys? It is WaterBird here, and we are going to talk about news. Very big news. It's gonna be big, man. So let's get started, shall we? So, POKÉMON producer says it's undecided if series will continue to move away from its RPG origin. Personally speaking, I want to keep POKÉMON games that are both innocent and unique. I mean, nothing wrong with that shit, right? POKÉMON producer has said it will not decide, okay, blah blah blah. Rather than offering a return to the series parkour RPG roots, recently released Nintendo Switch game Paper Mario the Origami King, like it was 3 years ago, so yeah. More closer to resembles the device 3DS and Wii U Paper Mario titles, which is Paper Mario Color Splash and 3DS Sticker Star. With stronger focus on action, accessibility, and stats and leveling screens, I want that back. But whether Nintendo continues to apply the design approach to future series is uncertain. Nintendo customer Tanabe told Origami in Germany translated by Nintendo everything. When developing Paper Mario Sticker Star, some of our goals was to move away from a bit of the traditional RPG style. Nintendo has another RPG series starting Mario, and we wanted to distance ourselves from it by making an adventure game with a focus on solving puzzles. Okay, sounds nice. Even though we're stuck to the decision so far, we haven't decided yet whether or not we will keep doing so in the future. Personally speaking, I want to keep developing Paper Mario games that are both innovative and unique. Fair. In the Paper Mario the Origami interview with VGC in July, I have no clue what that is. Tanabe and Nintendo EPD assistant producer Risa Tabata said the game creation philosophy had been driven by Shigeru Miyamoto is to challenge themselves to create new gameplay in order to continue to surprise players. Okay, Tanabe, a Nintendo veteran who oversees several franchises including Metroid Prime and Donkey Kong, and others on this topic in his chat with Eurogame Germany. The game development philosophy adopted from Mr. Miyamoto is developing innovative and unique gameplay system. You're not opposed to the fan opinions. What? I mean, game development philosophy are so separate from that. What? Are you serious? If you use the same gameplay, the same stuff, I wanted for the fans again, we won't be able to surprise them or deliver new gameplay experience. Okay. We always try our best to exceed expectations in surprising ways. At the same time, there's no guarantee that we always succeed in doing that, so it's a real challenge. Okay, seems about fair. On a pair Mario restriction could be addressed with return characters. The color cast of all Paper Mario games could benefit the series going forward if you create a shadows ever can skirt apparent restrictions. Okay. The Super Mario franchise has long been characterized by groundbreaking platforms from Super Mario on the Nintendo Entertainment System on to modern 3D sandbox games like Super Mario Odyssey. However, many see the mascot RPG adventures in finding examples of the character action from Square Enix, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, and Nintendo Systems Super Mario to Alpha Dream Mario Luigi franchise. The dialogue-heavy game genre gives Mario fans more opportunities to build relationships. The first Paper Mario released in 2000 as a spiritual successor to Super Mario RPG. It spawned a franchise that is still going with 22 the Origami King, which can be said for Mario Luigi's Alpha Dream filed for bankruptcy in 2019. I think that's like after when or maybe in the year, it's the same year when Mario Luigi Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey was released. However, many fans blame Paper Mario's transition from traditional turn-based RPG to more experimental papercraft games with less unique cast. And so it is. Older entries come back around. Future Paper Mario games could synchronize their apparent resistance by leaning on nostalgia. I mean, yeah. Gotcha. How the Paper Mario brand has shifted. Paper Mario on the D64 and its GameCube sequel the past year were turn-based RPGs with a twist, iterating upon active commands of Super Mario RPG to introduce a variety of moves, power up the time button presses or tilt analog sticks. Then Super Paper Mario on Wii took things to different direction, growing real-time combat into platforming across 2D and 3D spaces. at least 3 titles were known for having an exotic cast of characters, from Mario allies being interested in combat enemies such as Bombette or Gambella, to entirely races like the Thousand Years of Shadow Science or Super Mario RPG's Pixels. However, in what many consider a dark turn, Paper Mario Superstar on 3DS scaled things back with a focus on altered Super Mario characters, notably using all basic toads rather than uniquely designed individuals. Yeah. The Common Superstar was also simplified, returning to something like a turn-based RPG, well, with every attack requiring a consumer sticker alongside of a focus on where world themes like staplers. Colors was on Wii U also similar terms of combat, and I said, yeah, I can agree with that. While the Origami took a step in the right direction with more memorable characters on occasions. It's a puzzle-based combat with polarizing. Producer Tanaba has said that even when the combat in every recent program is purposeful. Okay, seems fair. Returning characters could bring personality back to Paper Mario. The overall change in the atmosphere of the recent game has similarly been driven by the activities, and according to Tanabe, around the time of Origami release, he said Paper Mario developers had strict rules from Shigeru Miyamoto about introducing the characters, okay? While not brand new entities like an intro by Origami carrying Ollie, okay, modifying a traditional Super Mario character was thus permissible. He will discuss this limitations as being most in place for Sticker Star, with the team having more freedom later, yet all character designs have to pass a check by our ATP, which is pretty strict, okay, bro? Though characters like Bobby from Origami and blah blah blah, visual crooks in the designs from Bombette, other Bobby, and artists from the original 2 Paper Mario RPGs. This was made even more obvious following the release of Paper Mario through Nintendo Switch Online in 64 Little Hybrid last December. However, it's possible that the repopularizing the original titles could lead more to experimentation. with the Origami improved atmosphere and designs like Professor Toad, whatever game comes next could use to be more. If the intelligence finds itself chafing against EP restriction, perhaps the return of Paper Mario could convince executives to let the team bake back established barriers like Paper Mario Power and Paracarry, or even a timer such as the Teenage Mutant Turtles inspired Koopa Bros. Seems Paper Mario brand, which is in center traditional Super Mario is. Various reasons and characters invented for the franchise could easily more return. Yeah. Some may have seen started vendoring and developing Mario on the characters like the Ventios, Super Mario Trickster, Atomics, or Earn similar to carry Super Star marks. However, it seems like it, but at least the future for Paper Mario looks bright thanks to the Origami King and Switch Online Nintendo 64 library. The Paper Mario series could keep a story as an underused mechanic. The Paper Mario, okay, again, I'll shut about that. One of the best qualities of Paper Mario games were the variety of gimmicks on display, and one of the deserves of return to China. The Paper Mario games have maybe even more innovative than the Super Mario games in terms of creating mechanics and that get added to each installment. From the RPG style gameplay that sets apart for the platformers to the new themes to get introduced each game. It's one of Nintendo's more entertaining system. Series, not system. For a reason, another Paper Mario will be a chance to expand the future on the past successes. I mean, could I agree on that? Story life on the great RPGs on the Nintendo 64. The Paper Mario games are unique for introducing something new. Each title makes it full different from the rest. The first game introduced a new paper art style, while the first Vidoes granted Mario various paper theme abilities such as falling the paper airplane. I think that's what Paper Giant got it from. The paper airplane. Roll into a tube. I hope that rolling into a tube could be a next ability for Paper Mario. Super Paper Mario introduced the ability to fit between 2D and 3D, leading to a pretty interesting of exploration. Later, the games took on more stationary themes mechanics such as sticker star striking mechanics and color splash, letting Mario paint the world with his paint hammer. Super Mario 2D to 3D completely gameplay is a serious best gimmick. Even though Paper Mario Advance approach was adored, the next mechanic that the Paper Mario games subsidiary with it was flipping from 2D to 3D Super Paper Mario. Since it created the most potential of the series gimmick, in Super Paper Mario, there were a lot of uses for the gimmick in the most basic function. Mario could use it to walk past enemies and barriers that would normally impede this process, but that only scratched the surface. There were several parts of the map that he says that could be found in the 3D mode, encouraging players to flip often as possible. Oh wow. The counterpose that they made Super Mario spin-off that the service Switch port wouldn't be possible in the game beforehand. There are some occasions where a problem could be solved entirely in the 2D, but in most cases, flipping to 3D world will reveal a vital key to the solution. A lot of the best parts of the game rely on flipping from 2D and 3D, repeatedly making the most out of the mechanic. In fact, looking back at the dimensions of every room can leave players with a wealth of bonuses in the pursuit of the game's finale. Yes. The next Super Mario game will bring back dimension flipping while expanding upon the spirit uses. Paper Mario Virus on Nintendo Switch Online makes a new game more likely. While it could be used in boss battles in Super Mario, a new game could feature bosses that employ entirely different tactics depending on which dimension the player is in. The dual nature of the world could be enhanced by introducing more objects and elements that change when the player faces dimensions, allowing puzzles to be designed. Even though Paper Mario games have not made a habit of reusing elements from Palatara, Super Mario 2D to 3D dimension flipping machine is well worth a visit, especially in light of Paper Mario the Origami King's success. It's one of the most unusual tricks that Mario and Tyler has employed, but even its solo appearance. The game competitive, knowledge of it, many of the other games will be very hard to recreate or justify for the plot reasons. Dimension flipping could be easy to combat, but just as every game out of every game for the Paper Mario, flipping dimension was the best out of the lot. I mean, to be honest, I have played every single Mario game, so I know what I have been doing. So what the gimmicks are, like Paper Mario, and then Paper Mario the Fast and Hero had introduced the allies like Goombario, Cooper, Parakarry, Bombette, and then Sashi, and then we had Lucky Lester, and then and then we have the Fast and Hero allies, which was Goombella? I think it was Goombella. And then darn it, I forgot the Shun guy. But then we had the Baby Yoshi, and then the Amir Barbary, and then we had the Mouse lady. I don't know what, but she was like an optional ally, to be honest. But yeah. But moving on. Pikmin 4 were released in Japan were most than the previous 3 games combined. What? Are you kidding me? What? so Pikmin 4's week sales were more than the 3 past Pikmin games combined. Yo, that's crazy, dude. Speaking of first week, so okay. Famitsu has published the physical game for the free green ending in July 21st, and Pikmin 4 is at number 1 with 853,000 copies sold. By calculation, based on the archive, Famitsu, the first Pikmin had sold 101,000 in the first week. Pikmin 2 161,000. Pikmin 3 92. What? Dude, that's crazy. Why did Pikmin 1 get so little though? It should be also noted that it's only count physical. Oh, it's only physical. But okay. What? No way. What? Wait, the best launch before the release of Pikmin 4, the best relaunch for the game was What? Okay, Pikmin 3 Deluxe was sold for 171,000 for the Switch, aka the Pikmin 3 Deluxe, instead of a Wii U. Wow. This says like due to widespread advertising game campaign for the game, which took place. Okay. Last week, the Nintendo chief Shigeru Miyamoto Jesus the hit of Pikmin is why I believe that the same still had to explode commercially like some company's other franchise. The Super Mario Maker said they believe the series' difficulty, especially related to its controls and depth of gameplay, was the main factor that all effort had gone into trying to convey the response as interesting and rather difficult. A brilliant entry point of new players saying Pikmin 4 is a smart content-based refinement of one of the Nintendo's most underrated series, but multitasks. Okay. Okay, this was previously stated, actually. So I think y'all don't know about this, but yeah, moving on. Super Smash since completing the Super Smash all the extensive DLC run last year, Sakurai has been running his new channel in which he shared the scientists and claimed that he's semi-retired from the game development. With the latest Smash Bros. Sold over 31 million units, this series always was set to continue, but as Sakurai has stated, I'll show you if he work on another from himself. In his latest YouTube video published on Friday, Sakurai further discussed the future of Smash Bros. In addition to the origin of stories of Smash Bros. Brawl, the first entry in which he led the development as an external freelancer on Nintendo. Samurai reiterated his statement that he does not believe that the series could continue without his input. Regardless, he stated that it was safe to assume there will be another game, and said that Nintendo would need to figure out how to create it. For an ongoing game series, not using the original development studio and instead of a new team around the freelance directors, it's really rare occurrence. Okay. The question now is, what happens next time? I mean, whether it comes after the Super Smash Ultimate. One option will be the separate one for the series from the original game. For now, at least I can't really imagine a Smash Bros. Without Masahiro Sakurai. He added, "You might think that's a natural stance for someone in my role, but I'll say, so speaking, I feel the way President Iwata did when we for the team for Smash Bros. Brawl. At present, we do not have someone who can simply take the reins. Super Smash Bros. Is a massive important title for Nintendo, so it's fair to assume there will be another at some point, but it's going to take some work to figure out how to make it happen. For his part, I would like to work with Nintendo, however I'm able. If he's available, I think. The Smash director has to discuss his punishing work-life balance many times in the past, including at places that we've used an IV drip. I have no clue what that is. And go to work like normal during the development of Nintendo, to avoid taking time off. In 2020, the Nintendo has stated that he passed out during a trip to the gym because we stayed tired and Bro, water is important. You gotta dehydrate yourself. That's not good, man. That's not good. During 2019 interview with Nintendo Dream, Sakurai claimed that he had, however, taken some action to improve his working condition during the development of Ultimate. I made some changes from what I used to do compared to now. For example, first of all, I always left during the office by 10 p.m. no matter what. Many companies are discouraging extreme overtime these days too, he stated. After Blue and Pearl. Okay, this is the next project, so Pokemon. After Blue and Diamond Shine Pearl, that Pokemon Gen 5 remakes faces the ultimate fork in the road. It sure does, man. Pokemon Blue and Diamond Shine Pearl resulted in a remake the classic Gen 4 titles with the upgraded artistic approach that received mixed reception from fans, with Gen 5 being the next logical step for Pokemon remake genre. But in black and white version, Reimagine have a big decision to make when it comes to their graphics. Yeah. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl follow the Gen Pokemon company's focus on nostalgia, as seeing Gen 4 brought back on the Nintendo Switch was a long anticipated dream from older fans of the franchise. The remakes endeavor to strike between balance between 2D and 3D graphics, sitting on the chibi toy like outside that's always the characters from tracking down it's in the old world, while the decision lead into the classic feel of old like titles with the modern twist. Some were disappointed by the absence of fully realized 3D environment outside the battles, begging the question of where Gen 5 remakes might land. Yeah. Yes. Pokemon Gen 5 remakes could utilize a 2.5D style similar to the original games. Pokemon Black and White were considered standouts of the franchise. The Rural region felt upbringing with personality thanks to its unique Pokemon roster and the environment evoking the diversity of New York State. The titles also a hybrid graphical approach with certain vistas like Castle City, Skyward Bridge, and the three-dimensional assets, and the more traditional 2D are used by the characters and Pokemon designs. The resulting art of the direction felt both highly detailed and innovative for its. Now this word innovative is so different for me. It's complicated, Continuing into Black and 2 and White 2, just 2 years of the Predators. Okay. Along with its 3D take on backdrops, the title of the as in titles, thematic music-driven battle, Black and White approach feels compelling even more decade after the fact. With the potential remakes, Game Freak will need to decide whether to channel the strength of the art style present in emerging games or go for more modern art retention. Although the 3D world I can take players, most recent travels in Paldea may have its own merits. Oh please, I swear to God, if it's open world, Black and White, I'm not gonna buy it. Okay, I might buy it as a collection, but we will see. HD 2D approach wouldn't need to compromise on anything of what like Nintendo Switch can offer. Square Enix and off-the-cuff trailers series are settled on a similar blend between 2D and 3D, garnering a bit of praise for players. Okay. Could be a bit strong for both exploration about it. Although the 2D animated sprite work for the unusual to shine in a more modern context, focus on 2D sprites for character and Pokemon designs could be helped by Gen 5 release avoid player issues with Bird sticking to something more traditional to the series. While Pokemon Pokemon Diamond and Pearl art direction proved to be a newer generation of Pokemon are already influenced on what we were on. Consider staples of the series, diverging from past patterns by linearity by way full of 3D open world designs, while the remake really can and should be an opportunity to modernize trace of the original source material. It shouldn't completely dismiss the charm of the future, but I mean, I consider outdated by today's standards. Gen 5 release will do well to strike a balance between past and the present, building on what made original Avengers so special in the first place. Pokemon remakes are festival challenge on other remakes. Okay. The Pokemon franchise has persisted for over 25 years, but it is on one unique playing experience from one after another. From the illusion of its mainline series entries to the franchise many of spin-off titles, Pokemon has freely mastered a blend of quantity and quality in a way many franchises can only rely upon to achieve. There comes a time where every so often, however, when Pokemon will venture back to the classic mainline entry and deliver a remake that enhances and modernizes the experience. It's proven to be one of the Pokemon's strongest tools, as not only does it give the long-time fans a chance to rediscover a beloved part of the childhood, but it gives our younger gamers an excessive means to explore part of the Pokemon history. 2021 saw the release of possibly the most anticipated Pokemon remakes in the franchise. Although BDSP may not have been all that somehow felt hope would be. He moved the series remakes for added to the series of this mercy. Now many Pokemon fans are looking forward to the remake of the franchise's 5th generation introduced Pokemon Black and White. I don't know how to pronounce it, man. Help me. A generation for many fans. Black and White took Pokemon in some bold new direction, and one of which created a unique challenge to that previous remakes haven't encountered before. I mean, I guess that's true. Pokemon Black and White 2 complicate Pokemon Black and White remakes. How? I mean, it was. I think it was 2 years or like the next games for the. I don't know. Year 5 was an experience of time for Pokemon for many reasons. The franchise began to take out a greater scale, introduced a litany of new Pokemon, and made those new Pokemon the most prevalent instead of this previous generations. Frick yeah! Perhaps the most experienced the password of Gen 5, though we have lost the fact that it introduced the first true sequel to the main Pokemon series. Instead of releasing an expansion of Black and White, like what Pokemon Emerald and the Crystal accomplished, the game instead opted to create Black and White 2. This sequel turned out to be a surprise hit for the series, as many fans remember it more fondly than the original Black and White. Black and White is expanded the narrated of Gen 5, allowing players to explore more of the innovation and introduce hundreds of similar Pokemon that were absent from the first games. For many fans, Pokemon Black and White 2 are essential parts of the Gen 5 experience. Its aspect of a generation that could make a remake of Black and White so challenging. How Game Freak could factor Black and White 2 into Pokemon Black and White remakes. If Game Freak wants to factor any aspects of Black and White 2 into a Black and White remake, there are a few ways they could accomplish that. One of the similar things could do is feature Onoa's western region, filling with the same Pokemon fairies in the sequel. The most challenges actually will be come from the narrator, as the sequel is set 2 years after the first game. Game Freak could have time to incorporate an episode similar to Alpha Sapphire and Omega Delta episode, but it will likely change more about the universe story than it keeps. Pokemon rings are eternally part of the franchise, depending on the original experience in a long-time fans and newcomers alike can enjoy. In the case of Pokemon Black and White, it will be likely for a long time until the remake comes to light, but hopefully not as long as the gap between Gen 3 and 4 remake. Part of the delay could come from the efforts to implement of the aspects of Pokemon Black and 2 remakes, as long remakes for those interesting while lacking and some form of the inclusion in Gen 5 remake is essential. Time will tell if they build a Pokemon sequence to get repetition that many will deserve. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I really want one. I mean, that's basically about it, but yeah. So, what do you guys think about this news I gave you? So, Paper Mario, I mean, it could be good. It could, but I don't know. But I really want a good Paper Mario game. It should be good, honestly. But I don't know what to expect, honestly. I mean, but I don't know. I'm seriously thinking so straight right now. I'm not like. I mean, honestly, I really like the. Okay, so if we think about the past Mario games, I mean, I already talked about it, but the first Paper Mario games had the allies, 6 of them, I think, in each game, or maybe the second one was included 7. I don't know. And then with the third game, Super Paper Mario, introduced pixels as they had optional like you can have a barrier, you can have a hammer, you could be like a slim, you know, you could be small, you could be so tiny. Like if you say Paper Mario is like this, it could be like this tiny bit, and then flip to the 3D dimension. So cool, man. And then sticker store, we had the stickers, they had the stapler and so on. That's also the same with big color splash. You have like a lemon or ice pick or the cat from Japan, or and it's etc. Honestly, and then the origami game, they introduced the ways of origami. So I really want to know. I really expect to do something that's like something like it. Okay, we how it just paper, stickers, and real life things. Then we have origami. So maybe, yeah, what to think, man? Maybe plastic Mario. Plastic Mario, I can imagine that. And then we have, okay, so yeah, but that's maybe more allies in the next Paper Mario game, like create a new set of allies instead of bringing back the past allies. It would be better if you had more allies instead of like having one ally, or you just make a reference. I mean, I don't know. And then we have Pikmin 4 having more sales than the first 3. Like the Pikmin 1 have like 101,000, and then the Pikmin 2 had like 171,000, and then Pikmin 3 on the Wii U had 92 sales. But they made a deluxe version to it, and they were sold for like what was it, 191, I think. 1,000, which was way more than the Wii U one. And then the Pikmin 4 has sold in 401,000 in the first week. But this is only for the physicals one, not the digital ones. So yeah. And then we had the Super Mario Smash, not the Super Mario, I mean the Smash Bros incident into that Masahiro Sakurai. Actually, you say the surname after the name, so Sakurai Masahiro, or I don't know which but he stated that Nintendo couldn't imagine Super Smash Bros without his input, like Nintendo creating a Super Smash Bros game without Masahiro Sakurai. So Nintendo has have to work off on how to create. That's it's gonna be better than Super Smash Bros Ultimate without Masahiro Sakurai. So yeah. And then we have the Pokemon Gen 5 remakes in the talk. Yeah, this is by lovely Mike. What's up, bro? Yeah. Anyways, and then we have the Pokemon 5, not the Pokemon 5. I mean Pokemon Gen 5 remakes. I mean, honestly, I mean, Gen 4 remakes and the original Gen 4 were basically like Chibi. But so what do you expect? It could be Chibi. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, you can decide, right? You can decide on everything, to be honest. So, but yeah. But I'm curious. To be honest, if the to be honest, I want the characters not to be Chibi. Like, I wanted them to be like a slightly bit more taller than they're just like Chibi, like Animal Crossing. You know, Animal Crossing it's like Chibi. So, but if we could expect from the Chibi is like this, but and then the characters, and then the next gen characters will be like this tall instead of the Chibi ones. Chibi like ish tall. I think that's only about it. But and then we have Okay, so I know now we have talked about things. If you want to, okay, so when Pokemon Black and White is out, I wonder actually if X and Y, that when that comes, Pokemon X and Y will be the next will be Generation 6 remakes. That's gonna be crazy. I actually managed to bring Froakie into the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games. I was like, yes, it finally happened, because it was allowed to. So it was great. And lastly, before I end the video, I'm gonna set a new image that everyone is gonna like, and it's about this one. Like, what is this? Come on, 95%. I mean, it's better than last time. It was like 91 or 98. I don't know. But please, I really want your support. I'm not begging, but I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers. So please, if I reach 400 or actually, if I reach 500 subscribers, I would definitely do something very cringe. That's gonna blow your mind. So yeah, that's gonna be about it. But what do you guys think about this news I gave you? I hope you all enjoyed it. So yeah, but I hope you all enjoyed the video, and see you guys for the next video. But yeah.